I lost a job of 1.2 million naira after all my struggles because Nigeria happened to me. So a little backstory. I studied English. I'm a graduate of English. I graduated in 2018, and ever since then I've been working offline. And my most recent role was at the bank as an executive assistant, where I was promoted to senior executive assistant within 6 months. And after working there for a while, I decided to resign and transition into remote working. So now I am an executive and tech virtual assistant. I also have different, interests. I'm interested in digital marketing, affiliate marketing, a lot of other things, but this is what I currently do as at the time of this video. It might change tomorrow. Hi, welcome back to my channel. If you're just coming across my video for the first time, my name is Surprise. I am an executive assistant and tech virtual assistant currently, and I've been looking to work remotely. So I finally got an offer, after going through serious rounds of interviews, skill assessments, tests, and all of that. Competed with literally people from different countries: South Africa, Philippines, Nairobi, and even my fellow Nigerians. And if you want the portfolio I use in my job process to land the job, is in my description below. I have a portfolio template. You can just input your information if you've been struggling to get a portfolio. I put in the work, showcased my skills, communicated greatly, and I was offered the role. So when I got my offer letter, the client asked me to, fill some things and send back to her, and she also asked me for my Wise account. If you don't know what Wise is, Wise was formerly TransferWise, is a means of receiving money from abroad. So I told her, oh, I do not have a Wise account, but I have a better alternative, which is a US bank account, which is even way easier. She will just open her bank app and make transfers, right? Through ACH, wire, or any other means. Then she goes ahead to tell me that, she asked me to fill a WBN form, which was one of the forms she told me to fill, and also send my Wise details. And that form declares me as a non-citizen of the US, so she's not willing to pay into a US bank account. Like, how come I even have a bank account, a US bank account? And this bank account was provided by various fintechs currently in the country. So I was like, okay, trying to look for other ways to go about this. Research that she didn't want to pay me to a US bank account in dollars, since I've already declared that I'm not from the US. She has all these rules, all these policies she follows, and that's the only thing she wanted to listen to. So I was trying to look for other ways that could make it work. I was like, okay, you can still use Wise, but you can send directly to my pounds account, which is GBP. Since you said you don't want to send to a US bank account, you should send to a pounds account. At least me receiving pounds will not make me feel like a US citizen. She was like, she's not okay with her converting US to pounds and sending it. It's not ideal. I was like, you are not going to be converting. You are still going to be sending in dollars. You are still going to be debited in dollars. It is Wise that will do this conversion and send it to me in my currency. She was like, no, she doesn't want that. We're going back and forth. And I thought, okay, let me think of another way I could, fix this. So I decided to go early in the morning on the next day to the bank to open a Nigerian US bank account. So that's a Nigerian domiciliary account. Before now, I've not thought to open a Nigerian domiciliary account because there are already fintechs that provide US bank accounts, which makes transactions easier. And I know that for Nigerian bank accounts, to withdraw your money might be an hassle because you might want to withdraw dollars to exchange them at a higher rate, and they'll tell you they don't have dollars. I've worked in a bank before, so I know this. Sometimes you don't bring enough dollars, right? So I never thought to open one. So early in the morning, I was literally panicking, like, what? How is this happening? It was like a dream. Like, what's going on? Let me try and rush to the bank to open a dollar account, since it's a Nigerian dollar account. Maybe she can accept that. I went through all of that. I went to go and even exchange naira for dollar. Stayed for hours in the bank. I got to the bank around 7:30. I was first customer to get there. I was waiting for them to open. They were telling me there was no network to open the account, all of that. The account was later opened around 12-ish. In the process, I even made a video and sent it to her, to let her see the effort I was making to get an alternative. So I sent the video, I sent her some messages, told her what I was doing. And only for me to open the account, so I put in the Swift code on the Wise app, and Wise told me they don't do transfers to this account. So literally, they do not pay to Nigeria at all in any form, whether it's your Nigerian US account or any account that has to do with Nigeria. They don't pay. So the ones these fintechs provide, they are not Nigerian accounts at all. They have US bank accounts details, US bank addresses, US Swift code. So that goes on Wise, because I tried it on Wise, it goes. That's why I was able to suggest my pounds account to her, but she said no. So I didn't be I know I would not have even tried to go and open an account. I'll have just asked for their Swift code and put it in, because when I opened the account, then I started putting all the details, my new account number, my everything. Then when it got to Swift code part, they said they don't send to this region or something like that. We also made use of an old domiciliary account just to confirm, but it was that same Swift code, so it kept popping up as an error. So that's when I realized that all my effort and money has been wasted. It's not working for a Nigerian bank account. Wise is not working, and she said there's no need. If I cannot provide a Wise account, she would have to withdraw the offer. It was like a joke, it was like a dream, because like I put in so much to get this job. Putting my all to get this job. Like I put every other thing I was doing on standby for 3 weeks to actually get this job. Literally competing with so many people from all over the world, and I came top, but Nigeria happened to me, and I can't help but think that what if I was not in Nigeria? I'd have already started work, I'd have already been earning well, and everything's already going well. But I put in my work, put in my time, put in my energy, and Nigeria just wasted my efforts, because there are so many payment platforms that are supposed to be working in this country that are not working. Wise, PayPal, so many things, they are not working. Anytime someone comes to Nigeria, new app, before you know they banned Nigeria. To receive payments from abroad is a hassle. So for the employer, even after seeing the video I sent to her, the effort I was making and everything, she told me if I cannot get a Wise account, there's no need. She won't be able to pay me, and she will have to withdraw the offer. It was like a joke. She was like, if I can't provide a Wise, she has to withdraw it. And she actually later withdrew the offer. And I was quite shocked. This whole situation has taught me something that you don't really matter to these clients, to any employer. You don't matter to them. They can replace you. They can let you go at any time, no matter how good they tell you are or how good you are. Because she was not ready to compromise for me. She was not ready to make things work. She was like, oh, I'm going to withdraw the offer. And I believe she had the illusion of options, that there will be other candidates, even though I did so well. Maybe someone that is not as good as me will not stress out with payment, so let that just go with the person instead. That should let you know that you're replaceable. You shouldn't do more than what you should be doing. Do your best and leave the rest, because you could literally be dying for an employer and they will swap you the next minute. This has even happened with people that have been working somewhere for years. This doesn't mean I will stop putting in my best, putting in my all, because I was ready to give in my all. This was someone that was telling me she wanted me to work long term with her and not work with any other person. As an independent contractor, like, no employer has the right to tell you that you should not work with any other person, because obviously you cannot get rich off their salary. Even if they're paying $1,000, $2,000, you cannot build your dream life out of their salary. You're not working with them full time. You have the right to collect other jobs. In America, that's the first world country, most people work 2 to 3 jobs and their employers are aware. It's a normal thing. But over here, you'll be speaking to clients abroad and they'll be telling you, they want you to focus on only their job. They only want you to put your all into their job, and that is compromise. If you agree with it, if you do it, it is compromise, because you are going to be reducing how much you can earn, your earning potential. You're just going to be focusing on the work, and when they finally let you go, it's going to take a huge toll on you. So that's what this really taught me, that these people don't even really care like that. She didn't even think, all the effort that this girl put into it or something like that, or let me just use my bank account. It doesn't have to be Wise. It's not that deep. Do you understand? She could have just used a normal US bank account and transferred to my Nigerian bank account. My Nigerian bank account didn't work on Wise because Wise doesn't make payments to Nigeria. But our normal bank accounts are going to make payments. Do you understand? She wasn't ready to do that. I felt disappointed. I thought it was like, dealing with this nice person. She always classifies herself as God-fearing and all that. So I guess God used that to show me that it's not what you see on the outside. Like, what's on the inside can be different. And I know that obviously this is not God's will for me. And even though I went through all of that, got the offer and did not resume, it's still God's plan. You know, whether it works out, whether it doesn't work out, it's still God's plan. God is still good because He knows there's better. He knows that I might have faced something that I would not like. He knows that it will not favor me, and He just said, no, this is not for you. You at least get the offer and confirm that you can actually get the offer, confirm that you're actually good, and confirm that there's nothing wrong with your CV or portfolio. Get it, I'll let you get it, but you're not going to resume. Because I've always told God that I left the toxic workplace. I do not want to go to any toxic place again. I don't want to work with anything. In short, I have PTSD now. When I see some particular job descriptions, some particular potential employers, I feel like some of them reminding me of my former employer. That's how traumatic working with some people has been. So, I feel very downcast. I feel sad, but I'm moving on really quickly. I don't feel as bad as I thought I will. Maybe because I just know that God knows about it. So I don't even feel that terrible. I mostly feel relief because the whole process has been really strenuous and all of that. It would have been a really good start. Most people started their freelancing journey with $10, $50, $100, but I was about to start with 1.2 million, which would have been a very great start. But it is what it is. So I lost it because of Nigeria, because Nigeria is not working, because Nigeria is not functioning. Why said they moved their operations? Because CBN told them to stop paying out in naira, they start paying out in dollars, blah blah blah, and they could not continue. Then they moved away and all of that. So why do we always have to bring different rules that will just always make people move away? These things are working in other countries. So yeah, that's currently what's going on in my life. Hopefully God will bring better ones, high paying, with peace of mind, better opportunities in Jesus' name. I hope if you're looking to get an offer that would last, that you actually start working, that you get paid for, no toxic workplace, nothing like that. I pray God does it for you. And if you want the portfolio I use in my job process to land the job, is in my description below. I have a portfolio template. You can just input your information if you've been struggling to get a portfolio. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Have you lost a job offer before? How is it like? What do you have to say? Hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you learned something. So yeah, thank you for watching. Kindly like, subscribe, and share. Bye.